What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K. I need you to do me a huge favor. Look at that article on the screen. Okay. The article reads Sony Interactive Entertainment, SINE, which is tied into PlayStation, announces multiple leadership changes. And if you can see here too, also, this is within 6 months. It talks about deep changes, particularly at Sony and PlayStation. Like, you don't even recognize the staff, the integral staff, the high-level staff anymore. Completely different. Overhaul, right? And there was an 18-month period where a lot of these notable figures just went the way of the dodo bird as it related to PlayStation. You had Andrew House, who all of a sudden wanted to leave and build a clubhouse in a forest somewhere. We don't know why he left. It was just sudden and out of nowhere. You had Kaz Hirai, I believe. I may be butchering that. He left his leadership position. Then Yoshida was moved to the basement. Then you had other mugs that were Jazzy Jeffed off the stage. And all of a sudden, Herman Holst and Jim Ryan is running the ship. And then they brought in their people. It's a completely different look at PlayStation. Now, most of us that are seasoned, that have the lineage, is like, okay, big deal, MM2K, so what? Well, the problem is, my dear and fellow friends over in the Stadia community, and a lot of them I've interacted with on Twitter, don't seem to understand that. They see these minuscule moves over at Stadia, and they think it's all over. They think, they think Stadia is about to bubble up from the inside like lava and just explode and just disappear for decades and decades, if not forever, right? They're basing this off the fact that after closing down their in-house development, the developers, and we don't know how many of them, it wasn't all of them, as our good friend Aaron Hoffman John told us, that the people that wanted to stayed, and they were found positions at Stadia. They said, hey, it's more, at Google, they said, hey, it's more secure here, I'd rather stay here, opposed to looking for more development work. But the ones that wanted to continue to develop and make games, they left. That makes sense. Stadia's not making games anymore, internally, right? So they're basing that off of that. Then John Justice, the guy whose job they ridiculed from day one as the product manager, he's gone, and instead of celebrating, they're, oh my God, it's over. Like, they don't know which side to pick. But he's immediately replaced, and then that's supposed to be another sign. Then Justin Uberti, the ingenious Justin Uberti, where he was moved to Stadia to work on the native web app and the functionality there. Once they, I guess, got to a plateau there by a lot of means, he went and worked out something to where he's at a whole nother company, right? He didn't go back to Google after his job was done, because now it looks like Stadia's going more to PWA, progressive web app, as far as its mobility and functionality with the app, right? Less native stuff, more PWA. But that was another sign. And lastly, Jack Buser. This is the most confusing part. Jack Buser, the guy who was responsible for, at the ground level, helping build Stadia to what we know it as today. He was told he's done such a wonderful job in his previous position at Stadia, and he's well recognized for his efforts elsewhere, that they want to give him a promotion to help take the cloud stuff that he was doing, or the gaming cloud stuff that he was doing at the Stadia level, and do it at a grander level. You know what I'm saying? And with that, they mentioned Stadia multiple times, and now they are boosting Stadia up on the same tier with all their other cloud services and stuff like that. And they also, and this is in culmination with the Stadia keynote and the fact that not too long ago they talked about how they were going to be more dedicated to their cloud services, that they weren't just going to forego stuff or put stuff through the Google graveyard, right? But they didn't mention Stadia before, but now they mention Stadia on the same tier as those things that they vowed to stay more dedicated to. Despite all these facts, and despite my Fortune 500 experience of over 2.5 decades, and just despite normalcy, there are those within the community that want me to believe that it's all over. And I'm here to tell you, their evidence is weak. It won't hold in a court of law. It won't even hold in traffic court. So my Stadians, I tell you this, continue to play your games, continue to enjoy them, and let the canoe people be in the canoe. We love a lot of them dearly. Like I said, one of them is a great supporter of mine. And I love them dearly, but sometimes you got to just let them be in the canoe. With that said, y'all have a wonderful gaming day. And until next time, peace.